Hi guys, this is Wendy Van,
And I'm Alex Van.
and today we are talking about the third law or concept that is going to be included in Alex's book about God's love. And this concept is really near and dear to my heart. I had experienced a near death accident where we got hit by a drunk driver, and I came out of the windshield on the last roll of our vehicle. This was before Alex was born, but I had my other son Michael in the vehicle, and my husband was driving. And when they got out of the vehicle, which was pretty crushed up, they couldn't even get Michael's car seat out of the windshield. So by the time they got all of them out and I knew they were okay, I had to lay in the wreckage because I was injured more. And while they were busy getting them out, I had the whole white light tunnel experience that you hear some people talk about. And we'll talk more about this in the next concept, but at that moment, the light being that was with me, which I have always associated as an angel, said, "Do you want to come?" So for me, even in death, we still have choice or free will. And the peace that surrounded me and the love that I felt, which in my conscious mind I associate with God, is undescribable. You know, just like a lot of religious works talk about that love being, you can't even fathom what that means. That experience of being in the light was life-changing for me. And I changed a lot of my religious beliefs at that time. I could not see God in the judgmental way that I was taught growing up. I can only see God now in this pure essence of love and acceptance. In that moment in the light, I could see my life, and I had initially in life had some severe physical abuse. And I got another chance later on after I was 5 in a more loving home. And I could see where all those pieces were important. Kind of like colors in a tapestry, the darker color next to the light makes the rug more beautiful. And so those moments in my life where I thought were difficult, abusive, or maybe I'd made a whole bunch of mistakes and hurt others, were learning opportunities, and they made me the person I was. The other thing that I experienced in God's light was the love I had given on this earth and the love I had received. And those things were very evident. And about that time, a whole bunch of firemen jumped in the vehicle and started screaming at me, and I jolted back. I think years later, Alex told me I was still angry about that moment because I didn't want to come back. And
to be fair,
yeah,
that was a good experience.
Yeah, I wanted to stay there. I was a mother of an 18-month-old, and I wanted to go to heaven. That's how beautiful that experience was. In some form, I knew that Michael would be okay with his dad, that they would be all right without me. And the love is so amazing that I was ready to walk away from my baby. That's how incredible God's love is.
This story for the purpose of our next concept, which is God is love.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever term you want to use for God, go ahead. Because what we're talking about is the overall entity that holds the universe together, created it, and loves every part of it. That is what we're talking about. Whatever word you want to use for that, Feel free to. Because when you were with someone else, when you were around other people, when you were in that moment of quiet, there is a connection to everything. And that is on purpose. It keeps us grounded. It keeps us knowing that no matter what happens, we're going to be okay. And that love comes from everything. It comes from words of endearment from other people. It comes from that favor you didn't expect to get repaid. It comes from all forms. But what it comes from is someone who loves you very dearly and wants the best for you, no matter what. And it's acknowledging of that love, of that light within, that we are able to more easily find value and happiness and joy in moments and in other people.
You know, one of the things that during that experience that I knew was I call God now the creator, because for me it was like he was the essence and the beginning of the universe, and his essence of love is within all the universe. And you know, we understand now with quantum physics and string theory and all those other kinds of great concepts that are coming out that we are connected together, and we're connected together on a real basic, you know, even smaller than an electron level. We are connected with each other, and that thing that permeates everything is this love, and it is what binds us together as souls coming here on this journey. And part of that for me was seeing it as wholeness. And so every time there was a thought in my life after that of like feeling separated or, you know, pushed outside, you know, a lot of people experience being separated from their family, or they might experience
Exclusion
a loss,
from groups.
or exclusion from groups, and feel like they are alone or they're separate, and not being, and in that state cannot see that the Creator's love is all around you, and that you are loved and supported in everything you move through. And that concept of wholeness, and that concept that we are completely surrounded in that love and connected with each other, was truly life-changing for me.
Mm-hmm. And it's in all those moments of love we share with other people that we're accessing that.
Mm-hmm.
That we're accessing that connection and those threads to be able to give to those around us.
Right. And you can still access this peace. I mean, you don't have to go through a near-death experience to experience God's love.
Please don't try that method.
I don't recommend it. What happens is it's part of that inward journey. You know, we're walking that inward journey to understand ourselves. And in that process, we're connecting to something that's greater than you. And so a lot of times people will begin that just by simple meditation. They're stilling the mind, they're slowing down the thoughts, and in the presence in between there, they feel that love and they feel that peace. And you know, a lot of times people will think, I need to fix all these things out here so I can have peace. And actually, it starts in here that you find the peace, and then all those things out there settle down. We always are creating from the inner outward.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what would you say to people who say, I've never really experienced this love you're talking about, and how would I even go to connecting with God, or connecting with the Creator, or connecting with this love energy, or however they may see it?
Connect with other people. You have experienced it. If you've had a child, if you've had a significant other that you've loved dearly, you've experienced it over and over again. Mm-hmm. And it's in those moments that you're experiencing it. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to have this big, profound experience with it. It is experienced in those small moments. And those are just as powerful.
I find it in nature too. It's in the moments that I'm outside and, in the quiet and watching the birds and things like that, that I feel that presence of love and caring. So whatever ways you find it, then start acknowledging that, showing appreciation for that. So like if you happen to be driving home and you stop at a park and just have a moment watching little kids play, or whatever it is that helps you connect and enjoy a sunny, beautiful day outside, or you come home and your significant other has made you dinner and you show that appreciation, mm-hmm. That's where you're connecting with that love source. Yeah. It is the peace beyond comprehension, that's for sure.
Very much is.
Yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed that little bit. That is a huge topic, and we will be talking more about that.
Yes, we're going to be talking much more about that one.
Because that is, it's a hard concept to wrap your brain around. But like Alex said, we do know love. We've experienced that in other ways. And that is just a small extension of what God or the Creator has for you. We will see you on the next one. Peace and love to you.